you cannot only, as has been the case so far, rely on the middle classes that are captive, or on the small and medium enterprises that are captive and do not have this international system where they can move around the profits, and they can erode the tax base in order not to pay taxes in the end. That is what became not only, ethically, morally unfair, and became then, because of the crisis, became no longer sustainable, but it also politically became impossible to sustain, because it's part and parcel of the problem we have today. The perception that there's no level playing field, the perception that, here I am, unemployed maybe, and I'm not getting enough, the benefits, or maybe I am employed, I'm being taxed, whereas, the big guys with a lot of money or multinationals are not paying their fair share. Basically, the principle is very straightforward. You pay taxes at the local rate in the countries where the profits are generated, And then, of course, there are certain arrangements having to do with intellectual property, certain arrangements having to do with what they call the arm's length principle, transfer pricing, etc. Brands, all that, which is legitimate. The question is, it has been used now in many cases to pay zero taxes. We saw the Apple case in Europe, in Ireland.
Notorious cases.
Ireland has been one of the most active, and they have actually delivered. Prime Minister Enda Kenny came to the OECD in 2014, and then they said, we're going to dismantle the system. They did, and let me tell you something. The Apple case could no longer be repeated, because it's only about the past that we're discussing in the Apple case, because Ireland has now dismantled the facilities that gave rise to that anomaly, you would call it today, okay? A legal anomaly, but an anomaly still the same. An undesirable situation, yes, but it's no longer possible because they dismantled that system. So did the Dutch, by the way. So did the British. It's a real revolution, and actually on the 6th of June, there's going to be a signing where probably 70, 80 countries are going to participate at the same time to modify 3,500 existing agreements that have to do with, investments, have to do with taxes, etc., so that they will all be in a position to move to implementing both automatic exchange of information as well as BEPS.